can turn on your videos now, please.
The Bridges Fellowship has been a long-standing dream of mine, my baby, and really came out of the desire to want to bring African work, contemporary African work, to world stages. The idea was that we invite producers who don't really know that the work that they're doing is producing, so that this residency can show them that the work that they are doing administratively and otherwise is actually what is called producing.
I've produced before. I don't know if I have. I did it unknowingly. So I can't say much about production, but I'm willing to learn.
Me, I am also a cultural administrator and producer.
I didn't know if producing is a career.
First, we start with making the budget. I make the budget and ensure all the funds, all the expenses that will be incurred are budgeted for. Through that, I'm able to support the artists and guide them.
I wanted to have different perspectives towards producing that each of the fellows could have. And that's also what inspired Fireside Chats. So folks that are not necessarily able to commit the time to be a full mentor join us for an hour or two once a month or during the residency time, which was 3 weeks, to talk to us about their biggest failures in the industry.
I think fundamentally it is about starting with yes and then working out what's realistic beyond that.
I think working with people that you know that can go on that journey with you in terms of like, let's just try and make this happen.
And asking yourself more questions about why that is happening.
We also changed what we imagined this project looking like pretty much every month, depending on how much funding we had. So initially it was going to be an in-person residency for 2 months, 3 weeks, and we ended up landing on a Zoom residency. And how do we still preserve that energy on screen?
Well done.
I would say that this movement,
and you do your best, the rest is work. So just having that fluidity and allowing yourself to mess up.
And where are you taking this thing and money, and how are you considering gender? It's all leading up to you sharing your project and your action plan for your project and the values and producing identity.
So part of the fellowship was not just us teaching, it was also the fellows teaching one another through these fellow-led sessions. We worked with them through some of their ideas, and the concept was for them to teach something they're thinking about right now or share something with the group that they're thinking about right now, but from a producing perspective.
I am currently passionate about found stages and found spaces. And ideally, found stages are spaces that you wouldn't consider conventional theatre spaces and how to perform in those spaces.
Oh my God.
We're all facilitating and holding space for one another. And that became very important in the Zoom room because that's harder to do when you're virtual. And the other thing was to also facilitate a peer-to-peer network where they can rely on each other for support, either for their own projects or also as they're navigating challenges across their journey.
Today we have a get-together with Nairobi producers and the fellows we've been working with in Bridges. We're here to meet each other, to discuss, to get to know each other, and most especially for the fellows to get to know the Nairobi producers. We're looking for partners, collaborators, and also to grow as Bridges.
It's so nice to not be on Zoom and actually be in Nairobi and going around Nairobi and seeing so many different things.
Yeah, so Trisha is here from the UK. She's visiting. She's been here for a week. There were so many instances where she was able to pick things that she could possibly replicate back home with the Brave Festival. It felt really good that we also have stuff that people can borrow from, especially creatively wise and production wise.
One of my future hopes is that at my festival I'll have international act, and being here I feel like I've made links that are the first step in making that happen.
The piece I'm going to perform is called Running for My Life, just an excerpt from the story of Agnes Tirop, which is a piece I'm currently touring. At a witch trial in 1593, the investigating lawyer, a married man, apparently discovered a clitoris for the first time. It feels amazing to be here. It feels amazing to finally see Eulalia, who I hadn't seen. Tumekuwa am I allowed to speak in? Tumekuwa tukiongea virtually, but I have put a face to the name. I'm also Trisha, who we also met during Kit Fest, but it's good to be here and to just interact. Possibly I can take my piece to her festival, so I'm just hoping to pitch today and just be like, it's a good piece, man. It needs to come, man.
Realizing that I'm a producer also gave me an eye-opener to discover that I can do more than just being an accountant in the office or in the organization.
Very much look forward to working with everybody and seeing what we can create. So thank you.
I am looking forward to develop the script with Martina and also just performing it for different audiences.
I believe this is the beginning of making a language for producers on this continent that really reflects our work, our geographical location, and the values we speak for in our art and the work we produce.
Hi everyone. My experience was quite great, just to meet the fellows themselves and to hear more about their projects and actually what they have been doing and what they are planning to do. And I think such connections and partnerships are quite important.